My name is JP Lane. I was a combat engineer in the U.S. Army, and as my job, I went and searched for the IEDs, and I was blown up by a 200-pound IED that took both my legs off.
My name is Daniel Gilliott. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 1995 to 2006. My specialty was 3521 mechanic with a secondary as an 0331 machine gunner. And I did 2 tours in Iraq, and the second tour we were stationed in Ramadi, Iraq, and on July 3rd, 2005, we were out clearing highways for roadside bombs and drove over an anti-tank mine with an up-armored Humvee.
My job as a combat engineer was to search for the IEDs, so we would go in a convoy and go on each route and continue to look for the IEDs throughout our mission. And this specific moment, I just got blown up, and it was called a commandet IED. So there was someone there waiting to press the trigger, and they picked my truck.
The explosion knocked me unconscious for a second. When I regained consciousness, I told all my guys to get out of the vehicle because I was afraid of a secondary bomb taking out our vehicle and anybody coming up to help us, and realized that the whole front of our vehicle was gone. And when I opened the door, we were sitting in a great big crater.
And they had buried a very dangerous 200-pound directional charged IED that penetrated my truck, took off both my legs, snapped my pelvis in half, my femur in half, my right arm in half, took off my right middle finger, my 4 front teeth, and everything inside. My torso was destroyed by shrapnel except for my heart and my left lung. So I fell into a coma at that point right after the blast, and my soldiers got me out of the truck, put tourniquets on me, put IV bags through me like crazy until the helicopter came, and then they brought me to the hospital. But at that point I was already in a coma.
And realized that my left leg was damaged, but I didn't know how bad. Fell out on the ground, tried pushing myself away, and had a pipe stuck in the back of my right calf. And I yelled at somebody to help me get my legs unstuck. And when one of the gentlemen jumped down from the top of our vehicle, he got a tourniquet on my leg, and I watched him remove my foot from the truck. So I knew that my leg had been completely removed at that time. And then that was in particular an amazing moment, because I heard God's voice telling me to lay there and be calm. I wasn't going to bleed to death. And I should have bled out in 15 minutes. I survived for an hour till they got me to the hospital. And then I was walking 26 days later.